Hey everybody, you know that I have been on vacation because I've been talking about it over in the group. And one of the great benefits of this is that, your brain relaxes and you get some clarity. Well, some of my clarity is going to benefit you, so listen up. But first, I have a little confession to make. I don't read fiction. Somehow in my life, I have gotten fiction and smoking cigarettes linked. And so when I gave up cigarettes 27 years ago, I also gave up fiction. Now, why am I telling you this? Well, I'm telling you this probably to justify why I read business books on vacation, which led me to this. My reading while I was away brought me to my first realization. There's some danger underfoot for agents right now. There is this flood of new agents coming in the market. And yes, on the one hand, it's great for the industry. It represents the health of the market. On the other hand, as an agent competing with this flood of agents, there are some real challenges. And although there are many really great new professional agents entering the business, there is also this big group of unprofessional, untrained agents. And that makes business a whole bunch harder. Now, not only are you having to work harder with every deal, but you're also having to try to differentiate yourself to the consumer and maintain your rate of commission. Now, this is where we come in. We talk to many agents and we study behavior, and this is what I absolutely know for sure. Professional and strategic agents, and by the way, I think of professional and strategic is the exact same thing. They know that being different is better than better. And they know why they are different from everyone else, and they're not afraid to talk about it. Secondly, strategic agents have processes and systems that are fully realized, so they're really nimble and quick. From coaching agents every week, I've seen this trend that an agent works on a system, gets the system to the last 10%. Then they lose focus and they never finished. And by the way, if that's you, you're in really good company, because I am betting that 90% of all agents have the same issue. Now, why? Well, I think the first reason is nobody ever taught you how to establish these systems. And so you get frustrated at some point, and there's all these things vying for your attention, and off you go to take care of those other things. I want to be clear, though, about what I'm talking about. I'm talking about things like the finishing touches on your listing presentation, or revisiting your profiles to make sure they're really good, or making sure that your SOI system is really humming. Now, the problem with these unfinished projects is that it weighs you down. It weighs you down emotionally and it weighs you down mentally. They also prevent you from being really smart with your time in the business. Do you really want to spend a lot of time preparing for a listing presentation, or do you want to be able to walk out of your office with an hour's notice? So, the Strategic Agent is hosting a 9-week series. Starting this week, or actually starting next week, we will be giving you 2 lessons each week. One on what it means to be a strategic agent and why it's important to a client so you can start talking about it. And second, it's going to guide you to finishing off these systems and processes with actionable steps, because we're all about action. Now, the benefit to you is things like you'll be able to walk out of the series and be able to tell a client why you'll be able to reduce your work time because you've completed your systems. Now, does that sound interesting? Great. The only thing you have to do is join us on Monday to practice some of the core principles of being a strategic agent, and Tuesday with the actionable steps for the week. By the way, I have a title I'm calling this series, and it is The Strategic Agent Goes All GSD this summer. What is GSD? Well, it's get shit done. So if you want to hit the fall strong, have a good message of how you can differentiate yourself and be quick and nimble with all of your systems done, which reduces the amount of time you have to spend on stuff that does not make you money, then you need to come on over and join us. By the way, I would really love to know some of those things that you do not have finished so we can make sure that we get them addressed through this series. I'm really excited about this, and I hope you are too. So look for us next week. We're going to be starting on Monday, doing action steps on Tuesday. I'll see you then.